We are loaded in to the first game of the community cast. There's a little bit of an old replay here, so StarCraft was kind of going But yeah, this replay was a couple from like maybe a month or two ago. But I'm casting it now because I'm casting every single replay. In the bottom left-hand side of Eternal Empire, in the red, it is CrstalMethod. I love the mini pun there. It's not crystal meth, it's method. And in the top, in the top right-hand side, in the blue, it is Sunndy. Man, all of these names are like really close to their original word. Like it's not Sunday, it's not sunny, it's Sunndy. And then you don't have crystal method. Crystal method. It's CrstalMethod. Here we go. All right. Well, we have a TVT on our hands here on Eternal Empire. This is quite the macro map, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had, a macro game for sure. These bases fairly easy to defend, though. All the first three bases being on the high ground, for the exception of this kind of left flank here. Apart from that, if you just defend the high ground, you should be in a really good position most of the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if this turned into a slightly macro-y type of game. And we'll see if the SUH gets in here. I think this is cute to make the depot. Is he? Nah, not getting in. And then that SCV is gonna no, what's going on? So the goal of the SCV is to spot the gases, and he has spotted no gases. That's the problem. Knowing between 1 gas and 0 gases, that's a huge difference. Luckily though, Sunndy is always also going for a single gas type build, as we were mentioning that it's quite easy to defend on this map, and it is quite the long rush distance, so doing an expand build makes absolute sense. I believe this game is in platinum, if you guys were wondering, and the expansion has come down for CrstalMethod is the correct way to pronounce it. And Sundy's going to be going across the map with that Reaper. Man, I'm a little bit rusty on my observing, but it should come back to me very, very soon. I believe. I do believe. Looks like Reactor with a base inside for Sunndy. Not going to be risking that low ground, as he is going to be scouting with the Reaper. And, he's going to be greeted by 3 Marines if he does choose to actually walk up there. Ooh, he actually skirts on the edge there. And he's not going to get caught. Little grenade there. Trying to zone those Marines. That Reaper is going to get out alive, I believe. Oh, wait, is he? Ooh, that's 1 Marine. That's another Marine. Oh, my God, he barely gets away. 6 hit points left. He, I think, could have tanked a singular Marine shot, singular Marine bullet, but he did not. And he gets on out alive. And now we're going to see what the tech of choice is going to be for both players. Looks like Sunndy is already going for his Marines, and CrstalMethod is still on a naked Rax right here, going directly for, looks like, a tech lab on the factory as well. So this is pretty much going to start being a normal game. Sunndy has built his commands. Whoa, what have I done? Did it freeze? It is not frozen anymore. So it looks like the command center is being lifted off, going to the natural, whereas CrstalMethod already has his command center in his natural. So it's going to come out roughly at the same time. However, Sunndy does have to make his orbital at this point. Wall-off being started here by Sunndy, which is a little bit interesting. And the Liberator coming from him as well from that starport. So he's going to look to do a little bit of economic damage. What does CrstalMethod have to actually defend against this? Looks like he's building an engineering bay. I don't know if he's actually going to be making turrets, but definitely if you want to defend against that Liberator, you're going to want either a Cyclone or a Viking, none of which is coming out of here for CrstalMethod. And he's just going to be making a tank towards the front. Going to be able to defend that high ground quite easily if he chooses to do so. Now the question is, who is going to drop down that third base first? We shall see. Stim is already on the way for Sunndy. He's going to be sending that Liberator towards the top side. Looks like he probably wants to go to the natural. Already shift queued into the natural. He knows what he has to do. He's just going to go do that. Very easy. Very easy unit to harass with. Also very easy to lose, though. And it does take quite a bit of time to build. And it is quite expensive. But to be fair, quite an easy unit to use in general. You can just shift Q, and it takes a lot more actions out of the other person to actually deal with it. But but you just got to make sure that you do shift queue it in a very secure position, for if you lose it, it takes a long time to rebuild and it is expensive, but it is quite easy to use. Now, what does he have to defend against this? Pretty much nothing. Actually, he does have stuff to defend against it, but he's choosing not to use it. He's instead going to build a building to try and counter this. Look at that. The absolute surround here with the missile turrets. He's going to get surrounded by missile turrets, guys. This is the plan. Ooh, finally sending the Marines, though. Getting that Marauder. Ooh, that's a free Marauder kill right there. And so far, that's 7 kills on that Liberator. And I'd say that's pretty much worth. And it's funny because he built the turret outside of the range, so if you re-sieges a Liberator in the same spot, he won't get hit by turrets. Pretty much the absolute wall-off here by Sunndy. Gonna come in very useful just to make sure those Marines don't run in. You know, it would be a shame if they were to drop here at the back and not run through the front. But but yeah, ooh, looks like vehicle upgrades is actually coming out here for CrstalMethod. And he's dropping down his 3rd command center on location. No 3rd command center even in sight for Sunndy. And I think he's just going to like rack up a lot of bio, and maybe he wants to do some sort of a timing push. Now, is he still going to go into mech? I'm not even sure, because he is building a Thor with +1 vehicle upgrades. However, he's still getting stim, so I'm kind of a little bit confused at this point as to what's going on. Nice, he left a couple Marines here at the back just to make sure Liberator doesn't come back, and he has his front secured as well. Now, the thing is here, and is that whenever you're making an expansion or you want to, you know, protect something you love, you should probably put it in front of it. If were to anything, just walk up here and kill it, that would be a bad hombre. Definitely always defend what you are trying to protect. Seems logical, but we don't always think about it. All right, looks like he's actually walking across with a pretty sizable army, I do say so myself. Like 53 army supply to 34. SCV count, though, quite similar. And as we were talking about, there's no spotting here for this 3rd command center, so he can just literally walk up this ramp here and just pick it off pretty much. Yeah, is he going to move out with these? Okay, he's starting to get into position slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. It's happening. It's happening. And, okay, so double engineering bay at the back of this, and he has 9 Marines at the back of this as well, like full production. So Sundy's macro is really, really strong right now. It's 70 army supply to 74, and he absolutely needs tanks if you actually want to defend this whatsoever. That 3rd command center is absolutely gone, and he does not have his army in front of what he needs to defend, and that's a lost command center, which is really painful. However, if you think about it, though, Sunndy does not have his own 3rd command center, so if you defend this quite nicely, I mean, it's not quite over. And Thors are good units. 1 Thor at a time with +1 gun upgrades. That makes total sense right there. And it looks like he's going to want to try and go into the main. Looks like so. That tank is getting bled off, and he's going to do a singular drop into the main. Ooh, those Marines, though, not with the wrong pathing, though. The Viking, very nice defense. Zoning out that medevac from actually dropping back in, and he's rebuilding that command center pretty much ASAP. The reinforcements, though, out of Sunndy are coming in, and if he just walks in towards the front, I don't know if CrstalMethod has even what he needs to actually defend this. He's making 1 Thor at a time, 2 Thors at a time, my bad. Just going mass Thor with bio upgrades behind this. Absolute mind games out of CrstalMethod. Looks like he might be on some sort of drug, but I just can't tell what kind right now. And is he just going to walk up towards the front? No, he's going to try and bait the army back into the main. Looks like, let's see if he actually takes the bait. And it looks like the Thors are coming back into the main. Going to try and defend that. And does he want to attack towards the front with this? The Viking trying to zone out the Venevacs. If you can get rid of the healing, that's going to be step 1 to defending this. And the Thors, though, going to be doing quite a bit of damage. They can tank quite a bit of Marine shots. Look at another Thor there just popping out. And I would really get some armor upgrades out for the Thors. Just so that, like, every single Marine shot gets their damage reduced. That would be quite exponential. And now these Marines just kind of walking up, killing a Thor, but also dying to a lot of siege tanks. No medevacs left for Sunndy, and all the damage that CrstalMethod is going to drop on Sundy's Marines is going to be quite permanent. Until the medevacs get there, though. So I do see 2 in production right now. Actually, there's 2 more just waiting back at home, so hopefully he doesn't just rush into the front. And he scans and he sees that, well, seriously, he's still getting like all the upgrades for everything. Even though he doesn't really have Marines, he has like a Marine here. And he's just getting spoiled, getting all the upgrades for himself. Does he even have? No, he took them out earlier. Yeah, the army is 100 to 40 right now. I'm not really sure what CrstalMethod can actually do against this. He's going to try and siege the low ground here. He doesn't have vision, but he can scan. Let's see if he actually does. And just more Thors out of CrstalMethod. And, I mean, to be honest, if he does get to a critical amount of Thors, it can get really bad. Sniping off that tank for free, basically. Ooh, now that the scan actually comes down, he will pick up the SCV, building the third command center. Hopefully he does remember to actually put an SCV back on there if he wants to actually complete it. Ooh, he's going to try and drop the front. Ooh, this is a big Doom drop out of Sunndy onto the tanks. Wait, is he actually misdropping? Are you okay? Uh-oh. He needs to do something. He has to be careful here. He's messing up a little bit. And the Thor is coming back down to help defend that tank, just doing so much damage. And this drop was kind of a fail in the micro department. I think he just panicked a little bit. He messed up that drop command. That's 100% sure, because that was a free win completely. And now, look at that. He's still not losing the army a supply. That tank is going down immediately. Now it's only Thors, and Thors, I mean, they're going to slowly but surely kind of wreck this army, and Sunndy just couldn't quite close it out so far. Those Marines against the Thors, you don't see this every day. However, that tank on the back line, though, starting to do some damage. There's some blood everywhere. Look at this. Oh, my good God. I did not turn out the violence for this game. Look at this. That's that's crazy, dude. It's finally being washed up, but yeah, I don't know if there's any, like, bot cleaners. No, there's only, like, raptors and stuff. All right, well, third command center is going to land again. Again, he does not put his army in front of what he needs to protect, and he loses the third command center again. He just rebuilt it and lost it immediately. Hopefully, CrstalMethod actually learns a thing or two about this game of putting your army in front of what you need to protect. Otherwise, what you need to protect will not be protected, logically, in a way. Sunndy already getting his fourth command center as well, and he's quite ahead in workers, but I mean, he can be quite ahead more in workers if he wanted to. Only 54 to 36. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, that's a sneeze and a half. But the army supply count, though, starting to kind of get closer and closer together. Finally, the Doom drop into the main base, and he's completely out of position. This time, that's a one-click drop. That's not too complicated to do. And he will absolutely crush this front side here with a Thor speed. He does have to walk all the way back. And oh my God, there's some command centers by CrstalMethod everywhere around the map. He's going to lose all of his production. But I mean, the thing is that CrstalMethod's army is actually quite strong. It is smaller, but it is quite strong, I'm not going to lie. And if you can get rid of some of these medevacs without healing, I mean, this is going to be quite nice. He's going to try and attack all of these Thors. These Thors are going to do some work, though. Lots of blood going everywhere. He's actually loading up into the medevacs. That's a massive fail as well, losing both medevacs for free. Oh, man, now that's a blunder and a half. I would not trust my medevacs with Sunndy any time of the week. And now CrstalMethod just walking across the map with the Thors. He's like, you know what? It's done. I don't have command centers anymore. Well, actually, he does in corners of the map. But now he just has, like, one factory production. Now he's sieging pretty much nothing at this point, while CrstalMethod is just walking across the map. He's trying to land at the fourth command center. The fourth command center on location, but he realizes, oh my God, there's a command center there as well. So that's not going to fly. These Thors, though, can potentially actually pick off their command center of their own. And what does Sunndy actually have to defend this? It's like there's absolutely nothing at home. It's not even Thor, not even a siege tank as well. And I think it's going to turn out into a full base trade here. That command center is going to go down, but I mean, Sunndy does have the upper hand here. That Thor just walking and, move commanding and just dying immediately. Meanwhile, Sundy's going to try and maybe pick off this third base, but I mean, he's so far behind in terms of the base race right now, and that's Sundy's army just literally walking into the base, taking care of all the production. CrstalMethod is trying to make this base trade work, but he is very far behind in terms of the army, though. I'm not sure if his army can beat the opponents. I don't believe so, as there is so much army all across the map. Now, the one thing is that Sunndy does not know about CrstalMethod's other bases. Ooh, he does have a very nice arm. And you know what? This wall actually comes in handy, because now these Thors can actually walk kind of through. Can actually do some maybe pickup micro. Actually doesn't even need to. Just snipes down both Liberators. And now all of these buildings are going down. Look at all these juicy supply dropped depots. And he's going to go into some major supply blockage here very, very soon. Actually, no, he doesn't actually kill them. He actually chooses to try and defend his base. And look at that. These stores are just going on an absolute rampage right now. They're not stopping whatsoever. These Liberators are looking for those bases. I think he will find them for sure. And you know what? Sunndy is broke. Sunndy has no money at all. Whatever he has right now, that's all he has. He does have the medevacs. Hopefully he does actually use the medevacs to spot the high ground. Looks like he does. And these Thors are still wreaking havoc at this point. The army is desperately looking for these command centers. Looks like he will find it with the Liberators, though. And these Thors have some work to do. Now, they can do it, as there is no more army kind of in the main base. So he would have to kill all of the buildings. Now, Sunndy has a choice here. He has to either go for the bases or he has to defend at home. Looks like he will be trying to go for the bases, but the thing is, CrstalMethod actually has so much money. He can actually just like send another SCV across the map and just start preparing for the next step. Now that's a stim. That's not necessary. Look at that. So many Marines dying just to that planetary fortress. Every single Marine kind of important at this point. No repairs are going to be done on the Thors either, though. But still, he has to make sure that that command center does not die, and he needs to send that SCV somewhere so he can actually build another CC. He has 4 workers left. Looks like he is sending it away, though. Will he actually spot this command center? Man, all of these Marines in the absolute red right now. I'm not even sure he can actually beat it. He's going to try and take down the base, and this is way closer of a game than it needs to be. This SCV, though, is going to be the hero of the story. This is the last building, though, I think. Isn't it? No. There's still 2 supply depots here. So he still hasn't killed those supply depots. If those supply depots were killed, that would actually be game over, but it's totally not. He's actually going to probably build another command center here. He's actually walking into the scan, though. Oh, man, he didn't notice that he was walking into the scan, and now these stores are actually taking care. Are you serious right now? These stores are taking care of the Liberators for free at this point, as the army's movement is really, really bad. He's taking out the medevacs. That's normal healing. No more healing right now. Those are dead. He has to make sure that those Marines are being taken care of. Those are all solo Marines, but there's so many of them. Will he have enough? I think he does, and that's going to be over. And Sunndy has made it. He just has to actually clear the rest of the command centers and such. All he has to do is find it now. And actually, he still has more SCVs here. Now, he can't... I would be very surprised if any of this would actually go down, but the thing is, this can still lift, and he would have to make a Viking. That would be a major, major blunder. And he did remember about that scan when he saw that SCV on the mini-map, and that was a big blunder by CrstalMethod as well, where he did not actually notice that he was walking into a scan. Understandably so, though. So he's going to find this command center pretty much immediately, as he did see it on the mini-map, and he's going to be a pretty sad boy about that one. And he has to remember that those depots are still in business. Now he's going to try and rebuild a little bit more. I'm not sure if CrstalMethod is actually going to be able to bring this back. He actually does get scouted by the Liberators, and I think he's going to slowly walk across the map. Now, if I was Sunndy, though, I would probably send a Marine probably a little bit everywhere around the map, because I don't want to play ring around the rosy with command centers, because for all he knows, CrstalMethod might actually have like 6k minerals, which is not the case. But yeah. Sundy's like, really? Are we doing this? And the answer is, hell yeah, we are. Hell yeah, we are. But I got so worried about all those red Marines, no healing against all those Thors. Now, that was something else for sure. He's going to try and probably make a Marine. Yeah, he has a Marine. He does see. And that's a Liberator Siege right there and a half. And, I mean, that's no more mining for him. Literally, he has to wait for a Marine to actually take care of this SCV. And now this SCV is going to get taken care of. But no, not even. Oh, my God. Look at that. That Marine is almost stuck. Is that Marine going to make it? Okay, yeah. He's starting to take care of this. It's not going to work, though. He's trying to run around. Get out. He has to get out of all of this liberation. So look at that dance, boy. Do it. Oh, no. Don't you know? You have to be out of the circle. You cannot touch the circle, and that one barely gets out of. And he barely dodges it the last second. That was perfect timing out of that Marine. He's going to try and run away, but now he's going to actually run into that main army. Almost taking out 2 Marines on his way out, but you know what? Valiant effort out of CrstalMethod. He was a hero indeed. He's going to lift his command center, and I think this is finally going to be the end. He still has not taken care of these goddamn depots. This could have been done so long ago, and yet here we are in this game. And CrstalMethod actually bringing a quite much better fight than probably what was expected out of most people. And it looks like I think CrstalMethod pretty much passed out on drugs at this point and is not able to GG, so he just passed out. He's going to have to let Sunndy actually finish this game. And I'm just going to fast forward slightly here as we're going to end this game. Here we go, my dude. Farewell, CrstalMethod boy. It has been good.